Order accepted.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another DraKaTaK cast. My name is JaKaTaK, with me is Fear Dragon, and spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen we have a Barcode. He says he's a GM, but the Barcode account was Diamond, so we're going to find out what actually happens here.
And his opponent spawning up in the top right-hand corner, representing the Team Pong, it is going to be RaptorSVT.
RaptorSVT, currently in Diamond and unhappy about the shrinking Masters League epidemic.
You know, it has been something that I know a lot of players have been dealing with, because it is really hard to get promotions these days, apparently.
Yeah, you know, just all the leagues are getting harder and harder to get into. What I like about it, though, is that it makes the value of getting into that league more meaningful. You know, Masters League used to be the biggest MMR league. It used to be 900 MMR wide, and now it's much thinner, which I think is interesting.
I think the other thing about it that's actually really cool is it just kind of goes to show the general advancement of every StarCraft player just getting better on the overall. It's like, I just like to imagine somebody who plays StarCraft now playing against, you know, someone who's tried playing StarCraft 2 at the beginning of Wings of Liberty, and I am sure the difference would just be night and day, and how much better even like a bronze or silver leaguer would be versus, you know, a gold leaguer from Wings of Liberty.
Absolutely. We do have, coming out of the Zerg player, we have a hatchery first. No gas just yet. We have been seeing a lot of early gas plays for the Ravager, but not happening now, and it looks like, we're even going to do a two hatch before gas here.
Yeah, I think that this is a pretty normal play, although RaptorSVT, I thought he was going for the more ballsy kind of maneuver that I actually really like, where he goes for the earlier expansion. He goes for his natural expansion at the more vulnerable location, because it helps spread creep, but it looks like it was actually just a mistake, so never mind!
But that play, I think, is still interesting, though, because, especially when you consider mining out, too, if you start mining that out sooner, later on in the game, you don't have to be worrying about it. You're defending your third base in a much more secure location. Maybe that's the point of tension, especially in a PvZ. Does that actually happen in Legacy of the Void? I haven't really seen enough games to know if that's really the point of tension, but...
Oh, that's such a cool idea, though, Jack. I hadn't even considered, the Legacy of the Void. You mine out your bases so much faster because there's so many less resources. So going for the more vulnerable expansion and make sure you have a safer third expansion may be a lot more important, just because you actually mine out very quickly.
This wall that we're looking at right now, the Cybernetics core wall with the pylon, is the most dangerous, most awesome wall in the world. You can actually put a Zealot here and make a full wall, but it has to be in the exact correct position. If it's even the slightest bit off, Zerglings will be able to get by. The advantage is, long term, if you keep this wall up, Archons will be able to fit through, unlike a usual wall where Archons can't fit through.
Yeah, I mean, if that Zealot is not there, I feel like 7 Thors and all of their friends could just come charging on in through. Because that's how big the wall feels, man. It feels like maybe even an Ultralisk or 2 could fit through there. I'm probably exaggerating this a little bit, but still, it's a really big wall and kind of unstandard, but we'll see if that actually comes into play, because we do have a Roach Warren coming down from Raptor, so we might be seeing more Roaches rather than a lot of speed Zerglings abusing a misplaced Zealot.
Yeah, so far we do have... actually, I didn't even realize this. The expansion in the back has a rich Vespene Geyser, rather than...
really?
The normal base setup, which is another reason you may or may not want to take that base first.
I think that's less gas than having 2 gas geysers, though. It's less workers, but it's less gas.
Yes, that is correct. Just in the same way that it works with the same, I believe, the same ratios as the blue to gold minerals, rich to non-rich gas.
Yeah.
He's going for Roach Warren, but his opponent is going for the Robotic Facility, so Immortal's going to do well against Ravagers and against Roaches, so good on the Protoss there.
Yeah, with LotV finishing up for Raptor, he's going to be able to continue to drone up, but most importantly, use the double evolution chambers to get out those upgrades very quickly. And as you're saying, Ravager is going to be a very tried and true standard for Zerg players these days, but I really like the fact that that Warp Prism is now out for our Barcode Protoss player, and we'll see what kind of harassment damage he can manage to do with it, because he doesn't have a lot of units for it yet, but it can still do some really nice damage.
Disruptors,
Ooh, that
the issue... Oh, he is going to go Disruptor. Nice. The issue with Disruptors is they're so expensive. 300 gas to build a Disruptor, so it's a really big investment once you go in. But the payoff can also be equally as huge.
Yeah, I mean, 300 gas, that's already pretty crazy. But you also consider the fact that he grabbed the expansion first, the natural expansion, that had the Rich Vespian gas geyser instead of the 2 gas geysers, so he has less gas income than a Protoss player would normally have at this stage in the game. It's already kind of weird. Oh no, he didn't realize the Disruptor didn't attack air. He tried to use it on the Overseer, and he almost killed a bunch of his own probes. That would have been awkward.
That would have been really unfortunate and tilting for Barcode. The one thing though, oh yeah, it's spell damage. It does 120 damage to units around it. So the +1 not going to be affecting the spell damage of the Disruptor, but I think that 120 damage is sufficient, and it's not going to need any help from the upgrade.
Oh, JaKaTaK, we got lurkers on the way as the Hydralisk den morphing into a lurker den, and that's going to be so interesting because I haven't actually seen a lot of lurker play in the ZVP matchup from the games that I've seen, but for now, we're going to just be worrying about these Disruptors moving in.
Alright, we've got one Spore Crawler. If he manages to dodge it, he should be fine. He's going to drop. Here we go.
Oh, Disruptors going through, getting...
Oh my god!
Oh, 15 workers killed. That's going to be a beautiful maneuver from our Barcode Protoss player. And you see that... JaKaTaK, how many workers does the Zerg player actually have right now?
The workers are 47 for drones and 64 for probes right now. So about 2 base to 3 base. It's quite large.
That's going to be problematic. Cute zealot harassment. I don't know if that was really going to accomplish too much unless there was like transferring workers. But, you know, keeps the Zerg player on his toes.
And one of the things that's really easy to miss there is the main reason why that Disruptor drop did as well as it did was that he had a small force out in the middle of the map engaging the Zerg, and then he dropped the Disruptors, and then he got them in position and made it happen. Oh, we have another Disruptor drop. He's spreading them out. Oh, he still gets big hits. He can lift up from far away. He makes it out. But can the Warp Prism get out? It is a speed Warp Prism. Oh, and there's high ground there.
Wait a second.
There's high ground there. Wait. But he has an Overlord.
It's not the high ground. I think he actually just is out of range.
Out of range? Man,
I don't think that the Hydra's range was gotten. Am I going crazy?
He didn't get Hydra range.
Yeah,
and
it's
the crazy
only
part
5
is
range on these Hydras.
Hydra range and Hydra speed are actually the same upgrade in Legacy of the Void, and he still didn't get it.
He went back in with the Disruptors, killed off the remainder of a couple of those drones. We now have 31 drones killed, and we're going to be seeing an engagement coming up soon. But the Colossus already doing some nice harassment over here.
Nice
Great
force fields.
Oh, those are beautiful force fields. Knocking down the... Oh, those force fields didn't break.
No, they didn't. And I'm going to have to do some more testing to make sure that's working. That's weird. He must have
all good, man.
Missed them. Because I know it works. I've seen it work. So I wonder why it didn't work in that particular position. In any case, we have the Protoss pulling back here. Trying to keep, gotta keep those Colossus alive. You gotta be a little bit more careful about it. He actually just killed his own Overseer.
He's getting some good damage done on the Colossus. I really like the way he's using the Ravagers, in the sense that he's using them as like a... Exactly, it's long range damage also, so he can get on top of those Colossus and start damaging them, even if his Roaches aren't in range. But the Lurker is really the MVP right now. Oh my god, it's silently just murdering this army.
It's up to 3 kills. Eventually it can become a Ravager Lurker, because that is a rank in Zerg units. Oh my god, he gets in. No detection anywhere to be found. No detection on the production tab either, but I don't think it's going to matter. The massive army of our Protoss player, Mr. or Mrs. Barcode, is really going to be difficult to deal with here. He's running in. Oh, he really needs to be gathering his forces. He's going to try to get it. He gets 1 Colossus down, only down to 1. The 2 Disruptors are still going to be dishing out lots of splash damage, though.
Oh god, the Disruptors are going to be such a pain to deal with, too, because, I mean, they're actually pretty tanky, and there's just not actually enough units to kill the actual Disruptors.
And this is it. GG, well played. He sees the light at the end of the tunnel, and he walks towards it.